If you're asked what football is all about, one will tell you that football is all about winning, drawing, and losing, because that is the perfect result that can come or that can be expected in any of the game. But to me, I'm telling you vice versa, that football is all about entertainment. Football is all about goals. That's why FIFA brought in the VR to see to it that they really increase the number of goals going in, as Sepp Blatter, by then the FIFA president, came out and told us that football is all about goals. Fans go to the pitch to watch goals, and every time there are no goals in the game of football, or little or limited goals, that will limit the number of fans coming in through. And today, Senegal understood the assignment. It knew the game of football is all about goals, and obviously they went ahead to put three past a side which goes by the names of Qatar, the host. And obviously the 40th minute was Dia who capitalized onto the mistake made by the defender known as Kanhoni in there for you. Then in the 48th minute, obviously a man known as Diaheuyu went ahead to make it 2, and obviously Qatar pulled one back through Muntari, and then Senegal got back its 2-goal difference lead in the 84th minute as Dieng headed it home, tapped it in the back of the net to make it 3-1 for a side which goes by names of Arsenal, for a side which goes by names of Senegal. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We are left with close to, I think, 170 subscribers to hit 8,000 subscribers. And obviously, guys, it's you who are going to help me to see to it that we hit that mark before the end of this week. Now, Senegal understood the assignment. That's it, because I was so much fed up of commentators coming in through every time the African team was going to play that no goal scored, no 3 points bagged in, only 2 draws bagged in by an African team. And obviously yesterday that came to an end when Ghana scored twice against Portugal, and now the only thing that Africa had not done in the World Cup was to go on and gang up 3 points from the opponents. And obviously today Senegal's gonna hate to gang up 3 points from the opponents, and that is from the opponents, and those are Qatar, the hosts, who are just waiting for the game of Netherlands versus Ecuador. If at all Netherlands get a result, either a draw or a win against Ecuador, that will mean that Qatar are out of the World Cup. And to me, on a layman's language, Qatar are out. But statistically, they are still in. But to me, practically, they are out, because I believe Netherlands is going to get a result from a team which goes by names of Ecuador. And if at all that happens in the next 1 hour, then a team which goes by the names of Qatar will be the first team to be knocked out of the World Cup. And obviously Senegal will be needing to go on and redo the needful. Senegal came into this game after losing their first game against Netherlands 2-0. It was not a horrible defeat according to me. Senegal deserved a result, but because of the poor goalkeeping of Eduardo Mendy and Senegal not capitalizing onto the chances they scored, obviously they really had to go on and really be beaten. I believe if at all they had utilized most of the chances they scored, they would have gone ahead to win that game of football, and that is Senegal. All may be a draw. Now let me show you how it really came out in the 40th minute. Obviously a blunder that was made by the defender of of Qatar resulted into Senegal getting ahead and scoring the most important goal as Dia put it home. It was a costly mistake from Kahokiki, who fumbled his clearance, gifting the ball to Dia 6 yards from the goal. The forward rifted the ball into the net, but it was a gift he simply couldn't miss from that range. Senegal profit. Obviously, it was a huge gift for Dia because the ball was given to him and then he was just into the 6 yards area and obviously buried the ball home because he was really looking at the entire goal and obviously put in the back of the net. And obviously, he went into celebration and you see him trying to celebrate as Senegal scores its first goal of the World Cup. And this is what I saw against Tunisia, against Morocco, against Cameroon, and Senegal in the first game they played against in the first game they played against Netherlands. They reached the final third, but they are not clinical. The same applies to Tunisia. They reached the final third, but they are not clinical. The same applies to Morocco. They reached the final third, they are not clinical. The same applies to Cameroon. When you hear that Cameroon was beaten yesterday by 1-0, that is Switzerland, obviously it will come to your mind that maybe Switzerland really played very well. No, Cameroon had close to 4 sitters, and none of those were capitalized on by the players of Cameroon to make it maybe 2-0 or 3-1. But obviously they had better chances and they couldn't bury them in the back of the net. But Senegal today understood the assignment and we went ahead to do the needful through Dia in the 40th minute to go ahead. And obviously the African team to go ahead is Senegal. Reason being, Morocco, Tunisia in their games, they drew 0-0. Then Ghana scored, pulled 2 back. But obviously after pulling 2 back, they were behind by... First time they pulled 1 back to level the game, and the second time they pulled a second one to make it 3-2, and obviously they couldn't really win. But obviously Senegal has gone ahead and did that. In the 48th minute, 8 minutes after the start of the second half, Diaheuyo was really the one who almost certainly condemned Qatar. A simple near post run from a corner, but the header was guided wonderfully into the far corner of the net. The first bit of quality we've seen that we saw in the game. Surely no way back for the host nation today. When you see that header, it really went into the far post and it was directed very well. And obviously Diaheuyo was really one of those that really made it a point for his team to go on and really lead in there for you. And then afterwards, the goalkeeper of Qatar had to go on and really pull up. This is Eduardo Mendy, had to go on and really put up a very wonderful save, obviously, to skip Senegal with a 2-goal lead. And you see it, this is Mendy trying to do that save before. Was this a save? And obviously it went into the back of the net into the 77th minute with Montari barring it home and pulling 1 back for a team which goes by the names of Qatar. But as they played and pressed hard, Senegal said, no way, we have to see to it that we really confirm and consolidate this win. And in the 84th minute, the game was over and Qatar's World Cup journey looked to be coming to an end. Wonderfully worked entry as the 2 substitutes combined, that is Ndiaye, who was released down the right before pulling the ball back to the penalty spot where Dieng was just waiting to go on and really get a tap in into the back of the net of a team which goes by the names of Qatar to make it 3-1 for Senegal. And obviously that's how everything went in for Senegal, and it worked out like a charm for Senegal tonight. God was with them, and obviously Viva Africa for going ahead and really win this game of football when we needed this result more. If you ask me, what result did we need? It was this one. I believe a 2-goal difference against Qatar is needed because even Ecuador beat Qatar by 2 goals to nil, meaning that the goal difference is 2. And now we are waiting to see the result between Qatar and the team which goes by the names of Ecuador and the team which goes by names of Netherlands. And I believe Netherlands are going to beat Ecuador. They are going to beat them. So you might find Senegal in a better position by the end of that game that is going to be played in the next 30 or 45 minutes onto the game of football. Now, let me get you into the stats of the game. Qatar had 10 shots, Senegal had 13, 3 shots on target by Qatar, 5 on target by Senegal. It shows you that Senegal has improved on its being clinical. When you look at the game of Netherlands, they had close to 4-5 shots on target, but none of those crossed the line of the goal of Netherlands. 45% ball possession by Qatar, 55 ball possession by Senegal, 81% ball possession by Qatar, 502 passes completed by Senegal, 81% accuracy by Qatar, 86% by Senegal, 7 fouls committed by Qatar, 12 fouls committed by Senegal, 3 yellow cards to both sides, 0 red cards, 4 offsides for Qatar, 3 for Senegal, 6 corners to both sides. And how is the table really looking? The table has the following. They're having Netherlands on top, 3 points, 3 points in one game, 2-goal difference. Ecuador has a goal difference of 2 and 3 points. Then Senegal has 2 points, has 2 games played with just 3 points bagged in because they lost to a side which goes by the names of Netherlands. Then Qatar, 2 games played, and obviously -4 goals. They are even 5. They've conceded 5 goals. And obviously they're having 0 points. But I believe something has already been updated on this group. I believe the group has to be looking far much better in favor of Senegal. So for Qatar, I knew the game was going to be hard for Senegal. Reason being, Qatar was really one of those teams that really came in through to make it hard for a team which goes by names of Senegal. One, Saudi Arabia having won against a team which goes by names of Argentina, they had to go on and lift their spirits, and I know they promised them heaven and earth and they put their bodies on the line today, but obviously quality came out and it was the difference in this game of football. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. What are your reactions for Qatar 1, Senegal 3? First World Cup, I think it's the second World Cup game. It's the second World Cup game because the first game of football that really happened today was between Wales and a side which goes by the names of Iran. And Iran shockingly beat Wales by 2-0, meaning that Wales might be out. Obviously, I believe they are going to be out. So let's wait and see what's going to happen in the next game of football, Ecuador versus Netherlands. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. After going there, smash the subscription button by smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel, and that is Rokani Media Football. More is yet to come on this channel, and be nowhere. Rokani Media Football with all your World Cup updates. I'm out.